Come on in, guys. Let's get this thing started. Yeah. Don't forget to hit the like button.
This is a sickness!
Let's get it. Yes, it is a sickness, guys. It is a sickness. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? It's a beautiful Sunday evening, and I know I'm a bit late tonight, but we still have to get this work. Now, this week was a slow news week when it comes to gaming. But we did see some points outside. And a matter of fact, I'm going to play a video for you guys a little later with actual Sony fans admitting that Gamepass is real good. Real good. But you guys will hear that a little later on. Now, let me just say shout out to Anime Source Central. That is Anime Source Central for all your anime news. You need to go to the Anime Source Central. Give this guy a like and a subscribe with Anime Source Central. Now, what about Space Shot? Space Shot, what up, man? Island Gale Gaming, that's the wife there, man. Silk Slayer. And Anonymous Boss is in the house. Anonymous Boss is in the house. Now, we have a guest again. We have D Easy is coming back on the podcast tonight. D Easy, how are you going, man?
I'm good. And I was still dancing to the intro music.
Oh, you're still dancing? Well, dance along, my friend. Dance along. So tonight we have a packed show for you guys. I mean, although this week didn't have as much gaming news or big gaming topics, we still was able to see what the gaming streets was talking about this week. For one, we know that a game was released, and that game was Borderlands 4. Now, Borderlands is an ongoing series, and so far, guys, we are seeing it have a good Metacritic. And a matter of fact, Borderlands 4 is shocking a lot of persons. 84 Metacritic. That is amazing for Borderlands. A lot of persons are praising this game. A lot of persons are saying that this game is fire. Now, you ever tried Borderlands before? Was it a game that you would have tried previously?
Actually, no. I only saw the movie.
You only saw the movie. Well, that movie I heard was trash. Kevin Hart couldn't save it. Was Jack Black in that as well? No matter who they put in that movie, they couldn't save that movie. But Borderlands 4, so far, everyone is saying that this game is fire. Fire. Now, when it comes to Borderlands 4, are you guys playing it in the chat? Did you guys buy it on Xbox? Did you buy it on PlayStation? Where are you playing Borderlands 4? Well, other than Borderlands 4, we had some big news this week when it comes to Final Fantasy. Now, Final Fantasy was revealed in the Nintendo Direct this week. But notice what it says here. Don't forget, guys, Square Enix was traditionally a company or a studio that would, no thanks, that would primarily put their games on PlayStation. I mean, PlayStation had a deal with Square Enix to have most of these games here exclusive. But times are changing. These ponies aren't buying the Final Fantasy as they used to. So Square Enix is saying, here what? We're bringing it all to other platforms. So here what it says. Final Fantasy VII Remake comes to Xbox in January with cheat mode, pre-order, bonus, freebies. After years of waiting, Final Fantasy VII Remake releases on Xbox and Switch in January 2026. And Square Enix is offering a valuable pre-order bonus. So it seems like the PlayStation guys did not get this pre-order bonus. It's saying here that Final Fantasy Remake is finally coming to Xbox and the Nintendo Switch in 2026, complete with some pretty hefty quality of life improvements and a valuable pre-order bonus. Now, these, are you a Final Fantasy fan? You into this game? Let me know if you ever played Final Fantasy.
You might drop there, Abba J.
Hear me? Testing.
Right.
Testing.
Yeah, you're
Right.
back on track now.
Okay, I'm back on track now. So, yes, let me read over that Final Fantasy article. Like, you guys didn't hear that, right?
No, I think they did the article, just the
the article?
yeah.
Right. So, what about Final Fantasy? You ever played Final Fantasy DZ? Is it a game that you like? Into turn-based games? What
Yes,
say you?
I love Final Fantasy because, well, Pokemon, TCG Pocket is turn-based as well. Turn-based games I really do enjoy, and I've been playing Final Fantasy since Final Fantasy 3.
Yes, Final Fantasy 3. Well, ponies lost another game, man. These ponies aren't buying these games. So guess what? Sony is saying enough is enough. I mean, after Square Enix put this game onto PlayStation, they weren't getting what they wanted, right? They weren't getting what they wanted, DZ. So, I mean, right now Square Enix is telling these ponies this.
I'm leaving here with something. You know what I mean? I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something. I'm leaving.
Square Enix need to leave with something. They need to get that money. And guess what? When they put this game over to everyone is benefiting. Let me just say shout out to Jelani. Jelani, what up? What up? Don't forget, guys, to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and throw something in the chat. Support your boy. So Square Enix is finally bringing Final Fantasy VII to Xbox and to the Switch. Now there's a lot of fans of Final Fantasy on Xbox, and they were waiting for this game, right? Some persons are even saying that this game is better than Final Fantasy 16 in their opinion, right? So Final Fantasy 7, guys, are you going to play it? Are you waiting for it? What are you doing when it comes to Final Fantasy 7? Dolomite, what up? So, I mean, these are the news that we are getting this week, guys. We spoke about Borderlands. We spoke about Final Fantasy 7. Now, this is big. Don't underestimate Final Fantasy 7 coming to Xbox. It just shows this is a different era. Sony no longer has the chokehold on the gaming industry. More games are coming to Xbox. Although they said Xbox is dead, although they said Xbox gamers don't buy games, it's very clear that Square Enix is not saying that they are bringing this game over to Xbox. Now, there's something that Xbox is doing. There's something that Xbox is doing that some persons would say is different. And a matter of fact, you are the one who would have provided this article for me. Now, Microsoft is trying to corner the market when it comes to a lot of things. But right now, Microsoft wants to corner your driving. Let's look at this video here, and then you could read the article and you could tell us what this is about. Let's look at this video here. Let's look at this video here. Yeah, you see that car there? Vroom, vroom, vroom! Come on! Vroom, vroom! While you're driving, man, look at that! Corner market. This is diversity. Soon, easy. You and your kids will be able to play this in your vehicle, man, in your car. So you could go ahead and read this article here, easy. What is Microsoft doing?
Okay, but before I read the article, I just want to say yes at 6 layer. Yes, I'm old school. I've been playing Final Fantasy since SNES days. Just wanted to reply to 6 layer there.
Yeah, man. No problem.
All right. So Microsoft and LG are partnering up to bring Xbox cloud gaming to internet-connected vehicles. A new Xbox app will soon be available on cars that use LG's automotive content platform,
right?
Allowing Xbox Gamepass Ultimate subscribers to access cloud versions of Xbox titles.
Stop it, easy. Are you trying to tell me that when it is you buy or when it is you are subscribed to Xbox Game Pass, you even have access to cloud gaming in your car? Say it and so, man. Microsoft is destroying it. Mega X Alex is saying, damn, in the car, that's cool. Go ahead, easy. I stopped you there, man. Continue.
Yes, Xbox titles directly on in-car screens. The Xbox app will be able to stream games when you're charging an EV or trying to entertain passengers on a road trip.
Yeah. And that makes sense, and that makes sense because there's a lot of persons who go on road trips. Sometimes the kids, they are noisy. Are we there yet? With this here, your kids will be silent. You would need to stop the car and let them take a rest because here what they would be gaming. They would be gaming with internet-ready vehicles. This is amazing. This is the future. What do you think about that? What do you think about that, Easy?
I think it's crazy to see what Microsoft is doing right now.
Yeah.
Me, myself, in the backseat playing, maybe I may get motion sickness, but the way Xbox has made the visuals on this 60 FPS, it might be no problem.
Yeah. So, I mean, you guys can look forward to this. Again, Microsoft is looking for new ways to reach gamers. It's not just about the console behind the screen. If you guys did a research, you guys would see that right now there's a lot of younger gamers who is moving away from consoles. I believe that my generation is a generation who is still, focusing on consoles. But the new generation, they are playing on their phones, they are playing on their tablets, they are playing the game where they can get it. And guess what? Just now, you can get your games via Xbox and Game Pass in your car. Amazing. Let me say shout out to Jelani. Jelani, shout out to you. Thank you for that $2 super chat. Jelani is saying, ponies will say, PS gonna block games from the car. Because Jelani, you know what they are saying, right? They said that here PlayStation is going to block their PlayStation games on Steam from Xbox players paying it. That was the most idiotic thing I ever heard. But I mean, this is what got them to sleep for that week, right? Let me say shout out to Professor Strong. Shout out to Professor Strong with that $2 super chat. Now, Professor Strong is saying, salute chat, Sony is making us pay for grapes. Oh, but Professor Strong, it's not only grapes. Ponies are paying for,
Thank you.
You're making us pay for water, you son of a...
Water as well, Professor
You're making
Strong.
us
Water.
pay for grapes,
Here's the grapes.
apples,
Apples
things
as
that
well.
God gave us for free.
He didn't give it for you to you, the free
Ha!
pony. You have to
You
pay.
will burn in hell when I'm through with
Nobody's
you.
nobody's
You will
burning
not be allowed in my father's house at all.
at all.
You're
Listen to me. This guy is a fool, man. Listen to me. Yo, shout out to you, Professor Shaw. Hey, is that Max City there? Max City Entertainment. Listen to me. Max City has been an Xbox fan for so long. He have been battling in these streets for a very long time. Max City is an old warrior. Listen to me. This guy never... Max City always keeps a sword in his waist, man. These ponies will never catch Max City lacking. He's always ready to fight, man. Shout out to you, Max City. Yeah, man. So, I mean, this is very cool, Daisy. Playing games in your vehicle. This is something that no doubt would aid parents and entertain kids for a long time coming. Now, there's something that happened this week. So, as most of you all know, Nintendo had their Nintendo Direct this week, right? And for most Nintendo fans, they were saying that this Nintendo Direct was not the best. And a matter of fact, some Nintendo fans, these are Nintendo fans saying it, that this Nintendo Direct was trash, right? It had some good games in there, but overall, they gave this Direct a C. Now, we all know that there are some persons who, don't matter what, they would say that it's a good Direct. And although I have no qualms with Wood from beat 'em ups, this is what Wood would have said. Let me say shout out to Anonymous. Who is Anonymous, boss, man? Anonymous, boss, we don't know you. You're Anonymous. But shout out to you, my brother. Anonymous boss becomes a YouTube member. Shout out to you, Anonymous boss. Thank you for becoming a member yet again. But let's listen here to Wood, because Wood would have made some sort of statements that I do not agree with. Listen, let me lower down this volume here and let's listen to all the old Wood stuff. Let's see what it is he's saying about Xbox. Listen, guys. So this is Clute on Twitter. He would have posted this. Let's listen to Wood here. This is what Wood is saying. Let me raise up the volume. Right, listen.
Look at PlayStation. Look at Xbox, for Christ's sake. There's nothing.
What? What did Wood say there? Did Wood just say, no, I would agree with you, Wood. The first statement you made, PlayStation has nothing. PlayStation have no first-party games or barely skin and bones when it comes to first-party games this year, right? I would agree with that, Wood. But how could you, with all clarity, say that?
Look at PlayStation. Look at Xbox, for Christ's sake. There's nothing. Nothing for Xbox at all. PlayStation's doing nothing. They release one game every quarter.
Oh, come
and
on,
we have
man.
like
Come
5
on.
games coming from Nintendo themselves before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Then Zelda and Pokemon and Tamagotchi Life and everything coming at the start of next year. There's so much. And it's
the problem is, Wood, is that Nintendo needs to do this because unlike PlayStation and Xbox, Xbox and PlayStation is heavily supported by third party. Every third party game that comes out basically comes on the Xbox or the PlayStation 5. So Nintendo need to do a little better because they don't get full support from third parties. So that is why some of Nintendo fans are kicking back from this Direct, because they are not getting enough from Nintendo. So although Nintendo is coming out with Tamagotchi, I mean, who is playing Tamagotchi? Are you going to play Tamagotchi, DZ? Do you know what's Tamagotchi?
No, what is Tamagotchi?
Well, this is what I'm saying. Tamagotchi is not a game that appeals to a wide variety of players. So why would you even mention that?
like, yes, We all want F-Zero. We all want Star Fox. We all want Animal Crossing. Give it a rest. Nintendo, they just launched this console 3 months ago, and they've already given us a brand new Mario Kart, a brand new Donkey Kong, and almost...
I mean, a lot of the qualms Nintendo fans have with the Switch 2 is that they paid the highest amount that they ever paid for Nintendo console, but they are not seeing, the games to justify the price. Yeah, so that is why there's a lot of Nintendo fans saying that Nintendo needs to do better. Now, we know that Wood is going to do this. Let me say shout out to Victor Bernard. What up? Verge Brazil. What up, Verge Brazil? TJ Johnson. What up, guys? Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe.
Every single main IP they have has a game that's almost ready to come out, other than a couple. They showed Fire Emblem today, a brand new Fire Emblem, which people love Fire Emblem, and people are still like, oh, well, I didn't get.
Fire Emblem is a big game for the Nintendo fans, but they wanted more. If it is this Nintendo Direct was really an hour, they wanted more. Persons wanted more. That is what they are saying with it.
A new Chibi Robo game. These things will happen. Animal Crossing will happen. F-Zero might. I don't know if F-Zero will happen because I don't know if Nintendo cares. We have 8 more years of this console. Don't rush. Take it slow. Life is precious.
People don't know how to do that anymore because look at how streaming is. You get an entire show dumped on you in a day.
I know.
You don't have to wait for anything anymore. Think about how you feel when you order something from Amazon. It says it's going to come 2 days from now. You go, ugh, we've been conditioned to get everything now.
That is true. But Nintendo needs to show these fans what they are getting. That's the fact of the matter. Yeah? But again, we will see what is going on with Nintendo. We will see what is going on, how they support the Switch 2. Now, would third-party developers eventually start to support the Switch 2 in the long term? We'll have to wait and see. But so far, they are getting basically drip-feed third-party games. Some third parties still has not jumped on the Switch 2 train. So that is why these fans are saying they need more. Yeah? So what's your thoughts on that, Daisy? What's your thoughts on that, man?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was watching the chat and just saying TJ Johnson knows what he's talking about because I see them saying Xbox is going to be publisher of the year. It's clear he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, of course they're going to be publisher of the year. Of course they are. So I mean, this is what we are seeing so far happening. So we spoke about that. Let's now talk about the ROG Ally. Well, it appears that we finally got a price for the ROG Ally X. Now, are you familiar with the ROG Ally, Daisy?
Yes, I think you showed it to me last time I was on the stream.
Right. So this is basically a handheld console PC, and this is something that Microsoft would have partnered up with ASUS, and this is the child that was birthed, the ROG Ally and the ROG Ally X. Now, yes. So here what it says, right? It says that the ROG Ally handheld final retail price have been revealed, right? The final retail price of Microsoft and ASUS ROG Xbox Ally and the ROG Xbox Ally X gaming handheld has been revealed. In the latest video, content creator Destin has confirmed that the final retail price for the ASUS upcoming ROG Xbox Ally handhelds. He received images from an anonymous source and was also able to verify the information with his local Best Buy. As a reminder, both the ROG Xbox Ally and the more powerful ROG Xbox Ally X are set to be released on October the 16th. That's just now, DZ, that's just now, 2025. And display units already planned for select Best Buy locations in the US. Now, as per Destin report, the price for the ROG Xbox Ally and more powerful ROG Xbox Ally X can be seen below. So the ROG Xbox Ally would be $550 and the ROG Xbox Ally X would be basically $900 US. Now, these prices are standard prices for this type of console. Now, I remember the ponies was trying to throw sand in the waters by saying these consoles are too expensive. But when it is you look at handheld consoles like this is the price range. When you look at the Steam Deck, when you look at, for example, there is another console that is very similar to the ROG Ally X, and that console is 1,000 plus, and that is the MSI Claw. The MSI Claw has the same chip as the Xbox Ally X, and these guys aren't saying anything. What's up, K-Rock? What's up? What's up, man? How you and the family doing? So it's amazing to see how these guys are hypocrites. So they didn't complain about the MSI Claw. That is about $1,100 for that same chip that is in the ROG Ally X.
Wow.
However, these guys are complaining about this price here for the ROG Ally. But it goes to show what the ponies are doing. They are angry that soon we will be getting the whole slate. Yes, the whole slate we'll be getting. And guess what? We will be dancing our way. We'll be dancing better than Tim Dog.
Let's go! Clap! 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 Come on! Come on! Come on!
Come on, Timmy. Look at Timmy move.
We
Oh,
gonna
gosh,
hit
Timmy.
Come on! Make some noise!
Come on.
We're Filmo Juicy!
Yo, it's not easy, man. You guys saw Tim Dog is trying to come back to, to Xbox. Hey, shout out to Dolomite. Mikkel does live. What up, man? The Nightingala? What's that? What name is that, DZ? The Nightingala? Or Tingle? What kind of name is that name, man?
The Nightingale of Nightingale.
Oh, Nightingale. Nightingale. Oh, English. Yes. So what up, Nightingale? So, guys, this is what we are seeing here. If you guys are interested in the ROG Ally or the ROG Ally X, you guys could purchase it. It's the very average price for that style of gaming console. It's not overboard and it's not underpriced. And for what you're getting, I believe that's a very good price. Yeah,
Sounds like a steal. It's a steal.
Songs like a steal. Guys, don't forget, first time I'm seeing you in the chat, Nightingale, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We are just chopping it up here tonight, giving you guys some good Xbox news. Now, guys, the PlayStation community has done a lot to discredit Xbox Game Pass. They have said a lot when it comes to Xbox Game Pass that it's not good. And this week, this is what they did. They did it again. The PlayStation community was basically on the podcast talking about how Xbox Game Pass is bad, right? But then, soon after, you would see what they did. So let's see these guys bad talk. Basically, Game Pass and what Game Pass is doing. Is this it here? Let's see it.
There's actually been quite a few now executives who have spoken out on this.
There's a few now,
There's been Mike Ibarra, Peter Moore, Laura Fryer, Ed Fryer, Rafael Colontanilla, Pete Hines, Shannon Loftus. So, and multiple of them were ex-Xbox executives. So
that's right.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Like, come on, that's
like what, 8-9 people.
So Nib here is saying that a number of failed executives that were fired by Xbox, executives that was fired by Sony is saying that Xbox Game Pass is not bad for gamers. Notice this, guys. They are not saying Xbox Game Pass is bad for gamers, you know. They are saying Xbox Game Pass is bad for developers, according to them. Yeah? Listen.
Or something for Xbox who have said the similar things. Like, and it kind of reminds me of the Series S conversation.
Yep.
Where you will always get a contingent of fans who, it's like, you know, they got that dumb gift where they got their fingers in their ears. Like, nah. We don't want to hear it. It'll be like the 13th developer to say a similar thing.
So Neb is saying this is the 13th developer to say Nib. Why did we see record amount of AAA games or even the best of AA games came to Game Pass this year? You know how many games came to Game Pass this year? Look, we just had a banger of a game come to Game Pass. Expedition 33.
James, your mic died again, I think.
It died again?
Yeah. Right.
What's up here, man?
While they're fixing that, let me just shout out to you. Some of your viewers, K-Rock. Shout out to K-Rock for you.
Testing. You hear me now?
Hear me again.
Right. So I don't know what's going on there, guys. I think I need a new mic. So yeah. So right now, although Neb is saying that there are developers who are saying here what Xbox Game Pass is the worst, we are seeing more developers are bringing their games to Game Pass. We are seeing that here what? Listen to me, Verge. Tim Dog ain't back nowhere, man. We don't want Tim Dog here. Tim Dog have a curse. Everywhere Tim Dog goes, listen to me. Everywhere Tim Dog and Crap Gamer goes, it's the worst. We don't want these guys in the Xbox to stay over there on PlayStation. Please, we are begging you, Tim Dog, stay across there. Songs like You Got a Shot in the it's a shot. I'll see if I can invest in a new mic, guys. I mean, Tim Dog and Crap Gamer, they will remain in the Ponyverse. We don't want them over here on Xbox side, man. Stay over there. And you guys could, lie down on a big table while horses are around you. I mean, look at Tim Dog and Crap Gamer here. They are in the Ponyverse relaxing with horses and horses. I mean, this is crazy. Get out of there, Crap Gamer. So, yes. So, this is what we are talking about. We are talking about the best games on Game Pass.
About the complexities of optimization around.
Nib, it's both sides, though, right? So, when you hear from these former executives, you're hearing from the inner side, the inside, which is what Daniel said. He's like, I'm always welcome to hear what's going on from the inside. That's something we don't get all the time. But then you also look at just the sub count, Nib, and the numbers aren't there. So I think it's caused, and we talked about this last week, Nib.
So just now, so here we have Mooch saying that Game Pass does not have enough subs. Yeah? The sub count for Game Pass is too low. Listen to his narrative, right? Mooch is saying that the sub count for Game Pass is too low. Listen.
So your memory is even better than mine. We said this, and Death Singer had a couple of good comebacks. He's like, guys, we don't really know how to quantitate that. We're saying this, but we don't know. She says it here. It creates a weird tension. There's a strain on the developers to possibly make a certain type of game. I can't wait till she writes a book. To be honest with you,
I think I'm good now.
Can there you are. Yes, Daniel, go ahead and finish your thought.
Yeah, can I just add? I think when she I forgot her name, when she talks about that in a lot of the executives, they mention they're talking specifically about first party studios like inside Microsoft.
Yeah, 100%.
Not all.
Yeah,
Exactly. So that's understandable that there's that tension, because then obviously if you're a developer, a lot of the bonuses and whatever you get are based on performance. I mean, if you're a simple employee within,
more and more developers are choosing to put their games on Game Pass because some of these devs are getting their entire project funded by Microsoft. Think about that. Before you even sell one copy of your game, Microsoft would have covered the entire cost of developing that game via Game Pass. In addition to that, these devs are getting their games being played by more persons. So more persons playing these games is beneficial to the devs and beneficial to the game itself. So when these guys here are talking about devs are saying they cannot quantify what they are going to do, I mean, what does that have to do with gamers? The point is that we are benefiting. Microsoft and the devs will work out what they need to work out. We are benefiting from Game Pass.
The company. So
let me say shout out to Adidas 20. Shout out for being a member for 12 months. Listen to me. Thank you for that support, Adidas. Thank you for that support. Adidas 20. Continue.
Then that goes out the window. I mean, I don't know. I'm speculating. Depends on what metrics they use to gauge success and whatever for their games. Well, if you're a third party, that doesn't go into effect. But I'm sorry, I was just gonna give that example from Wushang. I'm not sure if you guys heard me or not.
No, we couldn't hear you, Daniel. No.
Oh, okay. So there's yeah. So a lot of studios, like even small, especially smaller ones, they're very happy to get their games on Game Pass, because being on Game Pass is a publishing deal for third parties. It's basically a distribution deal. They get paid by Microsoft, whatever amount, we don't know. Only people involved in those contracts know. But they get paid to get their games, like GM, like MG. I mean, money guaranteed in advance to get their games into the service. So for a lot of studios, this is extremely beneficial.
Daniel, can I just? I don't want you to lose your train of thought, but I have to push back just a little.
So Mooch didn't like what Daniel said here. Mooch did not like that the developers are benefiting from Game Pass. You see the hate these guys have for Xbox? One of his own ponies is going off script. And this guy here is angry that this Daniel Camelo guy is not sticking on code. Listen to Mooch push back. Listen.
A little bit. They're happy on the financial sense, Daniel.
So Mooch is saying, Daniel, they're happy financially. So how else you want them to be happy? I'm trying to understand. Emotionally? You want these devs to be emotionally happy? Mooch? They are doing this for money. These devs are telling these gamers that they want money.
I'm not looking for friends in this thing, people. I'm not looking for friends. I'm looking for money.
They're looking for. That is what the devs is looking for. The devs are looking for money. What is Mooch even saying?
But a lot of developers are artists, okay? And the one thing that they love is they love...
What did Mooch just say? That a lot of the developers are artists? So Mooch is saying that these developers are not fulfilled because of the art. Forget about the money. They are not concerned about the money. It's all about the art. Is Mooch smoking Johnny Walker? Is Mooch smoking White Oak? What is this guy talking about? What artists? These guys give their best art to the gamers because they want to make money. That is the main motivating factor to any developer.
They love their art to be either if it's at a venue, they want it watched, they want it looked at, they maybe want it sold in auction. And I think developers want their game played. And I don't disagree with you on the money side that they're happy. Okay, maybe. So
just now, tell me if I'm wrong. So Microsoft would always say that these games it have 1 million players. Mooch just said devs want their games played. Well, they are getting that with Game Pass, because more games that go to Game Pass, it is exposed to more gamers, and the entry costs to playing these games are very low, and that is what adds gamers and players to these games that most likely are unknown. So they are getting the money, they are getting the bag from Microsoft, so they're getting money, so they are financially stable, right? They are getting players, and their game is getting out there. If it's a good game, persons will continue to buy it, persons will continue to play it. Every game is like that throughout history, right? So what Mooch is really saying
they cover their costs. But these small, I'm talking about the smaller games now that you're talking about. They get lost in a shuffle of 375 games. Okay, and some of the games in there are bigger games that get more attention. So these developers are making money, but a lot of this, not a lot, but some of the smaller ones have come out and said, you know what?
What did he say? Did he say the devs are making money? So it's a crime now to be a game developer who makes money? Daisy, you go to work. Do you go to work for thank you, Daisy? What do you go to work for, Daisy?
Well, it's for the bills.
Everyone goes to work for the money. I don't know what Much is saying.
It really didn't work out as great as we thought it was going to be. Yes, you have a few that said that they were. Maybe they just wanted to cover costs. They were like, my God, we got in up to our neck. We got some money here. Let's take our money. Let's run.
So in other words, Much is saying that devs, the only reason why devs are taking the deal with Game Pass is because, they wanted to cover costs. So these guys are taking this money under duress. I mean, they are coming into Game Pass with a gun held by their head, and that is why all these devs are coming to Game Pass, is because they are being held at gunpoint to bring their games to Game Pass. This is what Much is saying.
We're good. We're not doing this anymore. Great. And they came out and said Game Pass saved our ass. That's fine. But other ones have been smaller and said, you know what? They got lost in the shuffle. If me and you make a game.
If it is your game got lost in the shuffle, well, then your game wasn't good. Listen to me. If your game got lost in the shuffle, if gamers all around the world saw your game and said,
Ain't nobody got time for that,
then your game was not good enough. Then your game was not good enough. When it is your game goes to Game Pass, gamers must be doing this.
Cover all 9,000 taste bud.
Yeah.
Aerate it. Warm it up.
Yeah. Warm it up.
Driving
yeah.
up that
You
top
tasting
note. That cream. Pure vanilla.
Taste the game. Pure vanilla. Sweetness.
That's a 10.
That's a 10. So after you put your game onto Game Pass, we must be licking our lips. We must be saying, this is a good game. We need to eat it up. If it is, you put your game on Game Pass and gamers are not playing it, then your game was not good enough. What is Much even saying?
Daniel, and we have a team of 5 that work for us, and we're very small. And then Microsoft comes in and covers, 90% to 100% of our costs. Yes, there's a bit of relief there. We go home that night and we go, whew, okay. But at the same time, then we go and look at like player engagement, and we see that like 400 people clicked on our game. It can be devastating. It can be heartbreaking. So it's not necessarily doing wonders for all. Like that's the misconception that I like to always stop people and say.
Could anybody tell me 5 devs who put their game onto Game Pass who complained that the service did bad for them? Could you name 5 devs that put their game onto Game Pass that said it was the worst decision of their life? Anybody in the chat? Is there any ponies in the chat?
Not all small developers are excited. They may be excited financially, okay, because they're not making dividends, but they're covering costs, but they want their game played. You make the game to be played. And I don't think a lot.
So games are not being played on Game Pass?
Of the smaller games that are in there that are not not every one of them is getting big time press. I think some of them are walking away saying, shoot, I kind of wish we maybe went with somebody else that would have maybe pushed the game a little bit harder, not just dumped us between Expedition 33 and, another game that comes out. You know what I mean? Like it's that's my only thing. But go ahead. I want to finish your point. I just wanted to make it clear to the audience. It's not every small developer is very excited to jump in there.
Definitely.
Yeah, Much was very much perturbed with Daniel's comment, so he had to push back and spin his narrative, as always, right? I didn't read Adidas super chat. He said, Tim Dog returns from Ponyland. No, he ain't coming back here, Adidas. He's not coming back here. Let Tim Dog with his curse stay over on PlayStation side.
Not all, and I would never as well claim all. We have to be careful making that
right. We can't never speak in absolutes. Whatever you do, yes.
Exactly. No, but I was just gonna give the example of Wu Shang, the Broken Feathers.
Oh yes,
Souls-like game. Mm-hmm.
Right. So this was Much and the other panel members who were saying that here what Game Pass is bad. Well, in the very same podcast, guys, in the very same podcast, listen to what these guys were saying about Game Pass next. Listen to what these guys are saying. Listen.
Cognizant of this, and as much as a consumer, again, I benefit from Game Pass. I've actually.
What was that, Nib? As a consumer, what?
So yeah, I think we need to be cognizant of this, and as much as a consumer, again, I benefit from Game Pass. I've actually. This is
so Nib benefits from Game Pass. So this pony here is subscribed to Game Pass, and he's telling his panel members that he benefits from Game Pass.
Best Game Pass year I think I've ever had. Genuinely, like
this is the best Game Pass year Nib has ever had. You could beat that.
The reason I'm never so high on Game Pass is because it hasn't had the same appeal to me as with other people. Because fundamentally, like I'm not that bothered about saving money. My primary goal in gaming is just to play the highest quality games that I can play.
Right.
Usually, even though there's been a trade-off between saving money, but not necessarily getting access to the best.
So here what? According to this PlayStation fan, he is saving money via Game Pass. So after months of trashing Game Pass, after months of saying that Game Pass is not good for the industry, we have the same Nib who is saying that he's benefiting from Game Pass. This is the best year that he had in Game Pass, and now guess what? He loves Game Pass.
Right. This year they've had a few in there that really were, darlings. They were fantastic, right?
This year there will be multiple titles in my Game of the Year list.
So Nib is saying that this year there's multiple games on Game Pass that will be Game of the Year. Timmy, how you feel about that? Come on, Timmy. Be careful. Come on, Timmy. Don't worry, guys. He's alive.
I played through Game Pass. Usually there's only
my biggest issue now is I just don't like, because I started playing, I had what is it, Expedition 33 on PC, and then I played it on, I saw you playing on Game Pass. So I was like, oh, Nib's on there playing Game Pass, let me play it. And you know that I guess I could shut it off, but the vibration on the controller.
Wow. You see how this guy's a pony? He is saying that here what? The vibration on the Xbox controller is not his speed. He wants the vibration from the PlayStation Sense controller. Listen,
it's atrocious on the Xbox controller, and it's just and everything. You played Expedition 33 to its entirety, Nib. That game, like the vibration on that thing, like your shoulders are shaking. It is such an annoying thing.
Moch is saying that the Xbox controller rumble, it vibrates like a rattlesnake. This is what he's saying here. He's saying it's not like the PlayStation controller. That's why I couldn't play it on Game Pass, because I need my PlayStation Sense, haptics.
I was on Brap's podcast yesterday, right? And I was actually playing Silk Song. So, I'm playing Blueprints right now.
Yep, you're playing Blueprints, and
it's
you're playing.
Kind of I'm being sneaky. It's breaking your rules, and I'm like, oh, he's not going to be able to hear it. The DualSense is like silent.
It's so quiet.
I'm like,
quiet.
But Father Mooch is not going to be able to tell me off. He won't even know.
You're right. I cannot hear the DualSense is silent.
Silk Song, when I was playing,
regardless if it is the PlayStation fans have the DualSense or not, the proposition value of Game Pass is the best. We are seeing PlayStation fans, guys. Are you understanding that? PlayStation fans are submitting to the value of Game Pass. You can't beat it. You just don't matter how much you talk it, don't matter what these executives say, Game Pass is better for gamers.
Silk Song with Brap, he was like, what are you killing over there?
You're like, what is it you're doing over there? Are you
like,
you're rotating your tires? Yeah.
Yeah, like literally, I'm in garage getting like a repair done on my car or something.
Yes,
Like, there's no
it's
way
just
you can...
so loud. I was playing Expedition 33 on Game Pass on my couch in the living room, just having a great time. And then I said, this thing was just like, and I'm like, I went and grabbed the headset. I said, I don't usually wear a headset when I'm in the office gaming here. I have PS5 here, I have the Switch here, I have PC here. I always wear a headset in here. But when I'm enjoying gaming in the family room or living room, I really enjoy using the surround sound and this and that. That was so annoying, Nib, that I went and grabbed the headset.
Wow.
I had to. I could not stand that. It was too much. So that was one of the things that kind of detracted me from playing that game, Expedition 33, because it was just so the vibration.
Mooch will always capture PlayStation. Mooch will always say what he needs to say for PlayStation because this is who we are. I mean, this is who he is, right? So, I mean, although Neb is saying that Game Pass have more Game of the Year this year than ever before, this is what we have been saying. You cannot beat Game Pass. These ponies have to admit it. I mean, the industry have to admit it. Everyone have to understand that here what we are eating over here. Now, this is what would have happened for the week, guys. There wasn't much news this week. However, we still was able to gather up what it is we got this week and provide it here for you. Now, DZ, tell me what's going on. Shout out to your channel. Guys, since you guys support the Easy's channel, his channel has grown. He has passed 50 subscribers. I believe he is past 70 subscribers. So we just want to tell the chat, thank you for supporting the Easy. He's a very small YouTuber and he's trying with his casual gaming content. So the Easy, you can put your channel in the chat for the guys to support. Anything you want to say before we end the show tonight, Daisy?
Well, I wanted to say, on the last topic, Force One is saying it best. What does Game Pass have to do with the Xbox controller?
Exactly.
It sounds like he's reaching for something to just make it sound like it's not perfect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have to hate. They don't have Game Pass, so they have to hate. Let me say, shout out to CC. How you doing, man? Hope you and the family doing okay, man, CC. And shout out to the chat, everyone who supported, everyone who would have sent a super chat, everyone who comment, Jelani, Professor Strong, Adidas 20, Anonymous Boss, every one of you who supported, thank you. Ray McDonald or McDougall, every one of you, shout out to you, Silky, Victor, Bernard, who again I'm missing, boy, Mega X Alex, every one of you, shout out to you. Daisy, is that it? Anything else you want to add?
I was struggling to find the link to my YouTube channel.
What trouble is this? So guys, if it is you want to support D-Easy, that's the name of his channel, D-Easy. Look it up on YouTube and give him a sub. So guys, it was a very light news week, but we'll be back next week. I'll put out a video on Tuesday. You guys take it easy. Don't forget to put God first and mankind after. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. Let me just end off the show by saying this.
Let's go!
Look how smooth these guys are moving without the curse of Timdo. This is the Xbox train here. Game Pass is on fire. We have new consoles coming. We have more games coming. Look at this train. Hey, we got on and on. What? Guys, I'll see you guys in the next show. And later.